Good shot, kid. I think you got him. Good shot, kid. I think you got him.
Hello there, and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Today we're continuing on with Let's Play. This is episode 32. In today's episode, we are looking at Wootsy Moo's missions. We got a call a couple of episodes ago to come and meet him at his betting shop, and that's what we are going to go do here in the lovely Chinatown. Let's get on with this with the Mountain Cloud Boys.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
We're close, Puckeye.
Easy, man. I'm here to see Woozy.
Oh, upstairs.
Stupid ass motherfucker.
Come on, Birdstone. Come on, go. Come on, you can do it.
I'm Johnson. I'm here to see Woozy. I work with him.
You suck.
Yes, right this way. You know of the boss's curse?
Curse? Nah.
He's blind.
Blind? But we was just racing cars last week.
Yes, I know. He's blessed with unbelievable good fortune. And the Triad that would do anything for him? We call him our lucky mole.
Alright. I keep that in mind.
Good.
Woozy!
Hello, Carl.
Hey, what's happening, Woozy? You know, how you doing?
Straight to the facts. I can't use your help unless I'm open with you about who I am and what I do. Let me reintroduce myself. I am the boss of the Mountain Cloud Boys.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Why don't you sit down? As Daidai of the Triad, it is my responsibility to see that disputes are settled without damaging important business.
Where I come in at?
We shall see. I'm about to drop in on a local Triad that failed to show face at the last Tong meeting. Come with me, and you'll see how we Triads settle things without recourse to unnecessary violence.
Alright, I'll ride with you.
We'll need a ride. Mine's getting some bodywork done to it.
Alright,
Alrighty.
no trip.
Let's go get a ride to go around the block for some reason. Don't know why we can't walk, but we'll see. Also, he crosses the street well for a blind man, doesn't get in the car so well for a blind man. So, as far as I'm aware, this is one of the very only times you'll ever see Wootsy actually in the game. He's a quite pivotal character, but in-game you don't see him a lot because of his obvious issues.
Gangs have been making trouble lately. We're not sure why they're gaining any courage now, but I'm nervous about the situation. This is a place. Come on, it's this way.
It's down here somewhere. Down this rather detailed alleyway. Oh. Wootsy, mate, come on. Oh, it takes a while. Do we have to stick with him? Well, the pedestrians flee. There we go.
Here. This way.
Usually you'd watch him walk into a wall, but
Strange, this gate is usually locked. Stick close.
Oh, man. Woozy.
What's got you so spooked? Oh, sorry. Didn't see you lying down there.
Dead. They all are.
The blood feathers wiped out?
Die low. Forgive me. I was too scared to fight, so I hid.
Enough. What happened here?
Vietnamese surprised us. Cut us all down. Shit! Here they come again!
and here's the Vietnamese the Truth talked about a couple of episodes ago.
Think I got issues?
So it's our job to help Wootsy wipe them out at the moment. There we go. So yeah, Mountain Cloud Boys wiped out. That sort of... The Triads are, well, much like in the real-life Triad, there's several sort of different families, I guess, or... I'm trying to think what the best way to say this would be. There's different tribes, I guess, for lack of a better term, of Triad. So obviously the Mountain Cloud Boys are the ones we've just seen get wiped out. I can't remember what Wootsy's lot's called, but I'm sure you'll see that pop up in a bit. You know, that sort of thing. Sort of like how the Ballers, you know, you have Rolling Heights and all the rest of it, so... Let's get ourselves in this motor vehicle. Sorry, there's not too much time to talk on this mission. It's actually a pretty short mission. All things considered. And that's how cars work. Oop. Anyways, you can sort of... Wootsy will destroy them despite being blind. He's not calculated any different way, really, to any standard pedestrian, but of course, it's much easier if you just take them out. Especially considering his shops just up here, so you can avoid a chase.
You saved me from having to kill them all myself. Okay, let's get back to my place.
And there we go. That is the first Wootsy mission done. 5 grand, pretty easy mission overall. Next up, Ranfali.
Hey, Woozy, my man, what's going down?
Hey, CJ. Let me introduce you to Shuk Fu, Ranfali. He heads the Red Gecko Tong on the west coast.
How you doing?
Ah Kung has sent word from Kowloon. A Vietnamese crime family, the Da Nang boys, are preparing to move to the United States. This may explain the cowardly attack on the blood-feathered Triad. There may be some trouble ahead.
The Shifu would like a package retrieved. A courier has left it in a drop at the airport. It is most important to the matter at hand.
Oh, I can do that.
He is Triad? A mountain boy?
No, a personal friend of mine. And less likely to draw the attention of the Da Nang boys.
Okay.
Thanks for your support.
He, like me, communicates with grunting. So, that is Ranfali, as you saw. He is leader of... Again, I'm trying to think... I always forget this. For some reason, during San Andreas, I'm usually relatively good with remembering terms, but for whatever reason, this game draws blanks with me. Different divisions, I guess you could say. He's part of the West Coast Triad. Or at least he said on the West Coast, so I don't quite know what he means. Unless he said East Coast, I don't know, I wasn't listening. If he said West Coast, then that's sort of near here. If he said East Coast, then maybe he's sort of affiliated with the Liberty City Triads. I don't think in the main line of games we ever quite find out who's leading the Liberty City faction of Triads. It might be in Grand Theft Auto Advance, because obviously that game has basically every gang leader from GTA 3. The Colombian Cartel have a new leader. The Triads... Oh wait, no, sorry. Of course we know who they... well, partly anyway. Asuka and Kenji are semi-responsible for them. I don't think they're like leaders per se, but responsible enough for them. Welcome to the most confusing airport in the world, by the way, in terms of the way this is laid out. The car is actually underneath, in case you was ever sort of curious. I'm sure I've done it several times. I'm sure you've done it if you've ever played this game. Gotten a little bit confused as to where the car actually would be in this one. So, quite obviously, this is a trap. There is, I think, some warning signs. as to how this is a trap somewhere in here. Like, I think one of the vans actually appear somewhere, because that's essentially what tries to... I might have bugged myself up putting the car there, but we'll see. Also, we're giving a Mignana, because every awful package mission in GTA has to have the Mignana involved. There you go, Da Nang boys. That's the name. I quite literally have managed to cock myself up on this one. Cool. So this is like something out of a movie, essentially, where it tries to railroad you into doing things. Is that van moving? No. There are triads out here. Again, it's essentially another sort of escort mission where you've got to try and get a car out of harm's way. And of course it's a Mignana, one of the slowest cars in the game. We've seen this before with missions like in GTA 3, Skunk in the Trunk. Kind of similar to that. These guys essentially just want to damage the car.
Stop that car!
Stop that car! And of course they're on much quicker vehicles than you are, in this case motorbikes, and doing drive-by shootings, as opposed to GTA 3 where they ram the piss out of you. That would have gone successful if I didn't bin the car. So, from what I remember of this mission, yeah, they'll sort of keep falling off bikes and so on and trying to get you. They're not on a scripted path, so they can fall off by themselves. It's not a particularly difficult mission, as long as you know your way around San Fierro relatively well. Essentially, you're just sticking to this outer road here, and they will just keep sort of coming back. You can see one of them in the distance there. I think if I didn't bin the car, we probably wouldn't see any more of them. They don't prevent you from completing the mission either, so that's quite good. So even if they do catch up to you, you can still shut the car in the garage, which is where it's meant to go, and it'll be fine. Yeah, not a difficult mission as long as you know where you are going. There they come in a truck. There's the Corona. Apparently they just simply give up when you put the car where it needs to be. And there we go, mission passed. Woodsy missions seem to pay a hell of a lot in this game. Alrighty, we're 2 for 2. Can we get any further? We need a motor vehicle, that will do nicely. Surprisingly, Hermes is spawning on the street here. Usually they're reserved for the Vargos, or Santos Vargos, but apparently they're out in force here in San Fierro currently. Always been a cool looking car, the Hermes. I think it's based off like a 90s Chevrolet or something, sort of that cool 50s looking coupe. Of course there's the Cuban one in Vice City, which is a fan favourite. You know, back when when it came to car modifications, we were all very appeased by just having simple graphics on a car, and that made a car iconic. Cuban Hermes, the most wanted M3 was pretty basic when you think about it. Yeah, stuff like that. Anyways, another Wootsy mission. Let's see what is afoot for us this time as we answer the phone.
Catalina, is that you again?
Brilliant. Yeah.
As honored as I am to share my home with you, we should lure these lizards out into the baking sun.
We were followed here. The Da Nang boys are watching this apartment. As soon as we leave, they will attempt an assassination.
Hey, what's the big deal? Why don't you cruise on out of here, lead them to a place quiet, and cap they flat asses? No offense.
None taken.
We find you funny.
Look, long as they think Mr. Farley here is in the back, they'll follow me wherever. After a while, you can come out safely. Simple.
Amazing.
Your success will be rewarded, Mr. Johnson.
Alright, so we're going to try and convince the Vietnamese that Mr. Ranfar Lee has decided to get a lift in the back of an old Chevy Blazer. This is one of those missions in this game where I have a few sort of logic holes to poke at this one. And while I'd actually quite like this mission, I get why they give you this vehicle because it's off-road capable, there's a few questions. One, when we arrive at the destination, which you'll see, why were they not concerned about the fact that they're being taken to a... Why is the boot open? I know this car has a weird damage model because of this mission, but I don't know why the boot was open. Also, maybe stop crashing the car would help. Also, so yeah, when we get to where the mission takes place, why are they not concerned about the fact that they've been dragged all the way out there? Number two, where did this vehicle come from? This is technically a special variant of the Rancher that's supposed to have darkened windows. I don't know if it actually does in-game, because I remember this, the actual, if you'll notice during times where I'm sure many of you have entered cheats into this game, you might realise there is a code to spawn a Rancher, and the Rancher it spawns is actually the one that's supposed to come from this mission, which has a tinted glass so you can't see into it as well. Now, the glass on this one looks pretty clear, and the key difference between the sort of cheat Rancher and the standard Rancher is the cheat Rancher cannot be modified in any way. So, that does lead me to the question of, is this just a regular Rancher which is used... I don't know why he's pulling into the scrapyard. I'd love to follow one of them down there, see what they actually do. I'd imagine they sort of drive around in circles and eventually explode from being confused. Yeah, so this one does have the capability to be modified, even on mission. I could have shown it off, I decided not to. You can repaint this and stuff for this mission. So I don't think this is the actual Rancher as indicated in the files, so I wonder if they just sort of decided not to use that vehicle. So, what we've got to do in this mission is essentially take them on a ride through the countryside, avoiding getting the vehicle too damaged, or making it fall over. Now, unlike with every other vehicle in this game, apparently gunfire damages the doors. So, sure. So it's a little bit weird, but that's just the quirk of this mission. Another quirk of this mission is usually they end up getting confused and falling off. They haven't done that yet, which is a little bit concerning because the Rancher isn't the quickest vehicle in the world. It's not quite as good as the Sanchez's are, and apparently we're not allowed to cap them. I guess you're not allowed to cap them because it's a case of, you know, if they get shot, they can't report to the guys that there's been a hit, maybe. I don't quite understand that logic, but yeah, the logic of this mission in general is a bit skewed. Hopefully I've been able to comprehend that. But yeah, as you can see, they get bored or lost or something halfway through. There you go, they're sort of falling down the mountains there. So eventually they'll just sort of fall off, and there's a ghost car there. One of those damaged Glendales. That one's not a ghost car. Of course, we all know about the ghost cars. I'm sure many of you, as a child, were probably quite scared to drive through here. I remember personally, I locked the time to noon while doing this mission, so I didn't have to be in Baco Beyond at night just in case Bigfoot came out and swallowed me whole if I rolled this car or something. But of course, that's all bollocks now. But yeah, again, much like, it's actually quite similar to the Mignana car mission. I guess I'm not quite sure what they were going for with these missions, whether they're trying to sort of teach you to drive better. We will be careful over this bridge, just in case, because the AI does like to change lanes randomly, with absolutely no sense of caring what's next to them. And then, as soon as we get here, we are golden. And it's another long drive back as well. My favourite.
Hey,
Mr. Johnson, it's Guppy. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. They took the bait like morons. Mr. Ramfire Lee, get out all right?
Yes, Woozy has taken him to safety. Thank you.
Cool. I'll see you later, man. It's decoy! Back to Chinatown!
I like it how they didn't decide to kill the guy driving the decoy vehicle as revenge or something. I don't know. Many plot points in this mission, but actually quite a fun one. I do like getting the chance to go off-road driving, even if it is in a not quite the most suitable vehicle in the world. I would prefer a Sanchez or something, but nevertheless, it's still pretty interesting. And also, if you are going for full speedrun strats, I think it's actually... This mission gives you a rancher, which means you don't have to come out here to the countryside to get one for a side mission coming up later. But unlike in GTA 3, where I did end up having to store one vehicle, I think you sort of... I won't make it a secret. Import-export is in this game, because of course it is. It's in every GTA 3D game as far as I'm aware. And unlike in GTA 3, I don't need to store any vehicle preemptively, and unlike in Vice City, I shouldn't have to store any vehicle preemptively, unlike I should have done with the Virgo and Blister compacts, which were really difficult to find. Fortunately, in San Andreas, it's actually pretty logically done, and they make it so that import-export, essentially, there's 3 lists of 10 cars, and those 10 cars actually do have a fixed spawn point. The game doesn't tell you where they are, of course, but this is the good old... Well, they say the good old days. This is the modern era, where we can just simply look up on the internet where these vehicles are stored, and that's probably where I'm going to show the locations of the vehicles. Even if I see them on the street first, I'll probably end up showing up the actual spawn locations for the vehicles, just because I feel like that would be of more use to you, the viewer, as opposed to doing the usual thing where it's like, oh, I just got this off the street. I prefer giving like a fixed spawn point for the vehicle. And I say I'm going to use the one that they use to an extent, yes. If there is a better spawn point, then I'll show that instead, as long as it is a permanent spawn point. So, yeah. Basically, whatever makes it easy. I didn't actually think the rear end of this vehicle could be damaged because of the way the mission coded it, but I guess when you're off the mission, it doesn't matter too much. I mean, we got front end damage as well, which I don't think the mission allowed us to. I think the mission basically only allows the doors to come off, which is interesting. Alright. Next mission needs to come back later. Well, that's the first time we've ran into a time limit. So, I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, so here we are back at the mission once again. Hopefully this time we can pass through to Amphibious Assault, the infamous one.
Hold on. You trying to tell me you can't swim?
Seriously, when I'm in the deep water, it panics me. Plus, I'm terrified of eels and squid and seaweed and...
Okay, dude, see, I know you're just trying to make excuses now.
Look, CJ, I need someone from outside the Triad who I can trust.
Alright, so let me get this straight. You want me to swim around in dirty dock water, dodging little brown jelly beans and Vietnamese gangsters, to put a bug on a boat in the harbor?
You're so negative.
Listen, man. When I was a kid, swimming off the Santa Maria, I once got a condom stuck to my face. Horror like that stays with you for life. Believe that.
I have a confession to make. I'm blind.
No shit.
Yeah. Although I've trained my other senses to a point where you wouldn't notice my handicap, in the water, they'd be quite useless.
All right, Woozy, relax. Don't beat yourself up about it. Look, I'll do it. One last thing. You do know that I'm black, right? And not Chinese.
I'm blind, Carl, not stupid.
Okay. One of the funniest cutscenes in the game, I think you'll agree. We get everything. We get condoms stuck to faces. We get I'm blind, not stupid. You know, it's all good. I'm blind, no shit. That's always my reaction when I see a blind person. You know, I say, you know. Mind you, I do get people who do that. You ever seen those people who walk around with a cane? Obviously, blind people walk around in canes. But you see those people like, oh, dude, look, it's a blind person. It's like, no shit. Yes, that's they have a sight condition. Yes, that's how that works. Also, like, the foggy lighting with these light poles is really very awful. All right, holy shit. That car fucking died. Alright, the boat we have to plant... Oh, the boat we have to plant. The bug we have to plant is on a boat that's anchored out there. You'll have to swim to it, however there are Da Nang boys patrolling the route. Let's see if I can do this correctly. I'm going to give this about 5 attempts, and if it doesn't work... Because I don't really know how to do this all that well, but I think I've seen enough Hugo 1 to get this right. But we'll see. Wow, look, as if by magic. First time. Right, let's do this. And then up here. There we go. Perfect. And by perfect, I mean shoddy, but it'll do. Right. And we want to come over to this one. There it is. Get some body armor. Get the dinghy. And let's go get out there. So yeah, that took... yeah. I think I might edit my way into success there. That's like part of the full Kiflom experience, you know. Right. Oh yeah, right, we need to actually hit that marker down there. There we go. Alright. Quite as possible, I disagree with that. These guys have all got knives, so it's not like we really have any reason to be particularly stealthy with them. Is he outside? Yes, he is. Cool. By the way, I don't think the NPCs can do that stealth attack. Of course, I think we've seen the stealth attack as part of the... Wow. We might... Yeah, as you can see, they can't do the stealth attack, although they can start overwhelming you if you, for some reason, can't shoot them down there. Also, you need to kill everyone on this boat anyway, so do it the easy way. Alright. Now all that's left to do is get off the boat. Usually this would also be an arse because obviously you usually have to swim all the way back without being undetected again. It's a very stealthy mission, very long mission this one, so I find it best to do this to skip all the bollocks.
Yeah, a man in the water.
A man in the water.
Yeah, a man in the water.
Correct.
There he is again. Keep circling.
And there we go. That was... yeah. To be honest with you, that went better than it usually does. I will admit, that is actually my first time pulling that strat off. Usually, when I play through the game sort of to test run it, I'll use as many sort of... I'll try and like play the game as much as I would normally try to play the game. and I do have to admit that for me was a struggle before, so I didn't do it this time round. It's my first time actually pulling it off successfully. It's a little tricky at first, but well, I'm sure once you get used to doing that, it becomes second nature. But yeah, no second nature for me. That was a bit painful. Like I said, I'm gonna have to cut most of that out, or at the very least, put it on like 16 times speed to speed it up.
Somebody gonna be mad at you for screwing up their ride.
Yeah, some dude who was eating at the pizza restaurant is going to come out to find out his car's... Well, actually, some guy who was eating at the pizza restaurant found his car was in a lake. And this guy's going to find out his car isn't there because we've got to go and do Wootsy missions. And kill some of his Triad boys. It is time for the Da Nang Fang.
Woozy, my man.
CJ, you caught me on my way out.
Business?
This is the big one. This is the one that is going to seal my place in the Red Gecko Tong. But something's come up, and I gotta sort things out myself. Excuse me. Little Lion, what's the news? Damn! Why today, of all days? Okay, shit. Take Guppy and go check it out.
Trouble?
The Da Nang boys are arriving today on a container ship. Little Lion's gone to check it out. I really gotta go too.
Hey man, look, don't even trip. I'ma handle this for you, alright?
Thanks, my friend. Your help and friendship has been invaluable to me.
Thanks, man. What are other guys?
Oh, they're getting a helicopter to do a couple of flybys of the ship. Look, if everything goes well, I'll call you in a week or so and invite you to my new spot.
Hey, CJ, what are you doing here?
Just bumped into Woozy on his way out. He filled me in. I thought I'd go with you.
Well, we ain't rolling. Whoa, early. Strap in and strap up.
Alrighty. We flying now, CJ. There's a submarine. The USS Numbnuts. Yep.
Moored out in the bay.
Oh yeah, I see it.
You better lock it
So yeah, all these boats that are permanent fixtures on the map, everyone's acting like they're just randomly showing up.
Holy fuck! They're gunning for us already.
I see him.
They're all over the containers.
I got him, man. Right in my sight.
Well,
Hit those Da Nang bastards.
you're probably going to see them, CJ. You're not actually going to take them out. I think the more of these you take out, the actual less you have to deal with on the actual boat. But as you can see, my
RPG!
accuracy is not good. Also, that RPG, you can't avoid it.
For impact.
There's nothing you can do. That's hard scripted. Even if you like kill all the enemies using a cheat program, you can't kill them.
Ah, man, that hurt. Damn. Lost everything but my blade.
And this is one of those missions that does happen every now and again in GTA, where you have to essentially go forage for weapons. Also, I've lost a load of health. I assume that happens naturally during the mission.
Getting out of that alive.
Apart from this one guy who's going to sneak up to you and stab you like a ninja. Cool. Alright, we've got a shotgun. Let's go. I try and stay stealth for as long as possible. It's not like a big... Oh, never mind. I really wanted his gun. I don't know where it's gone though. That's a shame. Oh well. We had a decent amount of health. We got a good amount of armor, so we should be alright on this.
Just fuck you then.
Shotgun not doing as much damage as I'd want it to. There we go. We've actually got a ranged weapon now.
Welcome to America. You want this, huh?
There we go. They are apparently not in range themselves, so that's good for us. I wonder if I'm actually... I could be hungry. No, actually, of course I'm not hungry, because I ate when I save, apparently, because that's how saving works in this game. In case you didn't know, that's how, if you save, you get regen health, or rather it regenerates your hunger and gives you full health, so bit of an advisory for you. Did the weapon spawn up there? No, I could have swore I saw something moving up there. Anyways, health pickup, nice. No one around here. No one around here. Tell a lie, this guy's here. There we go. That shouldn't have taken all my armor, but it did. That's a bit of a shame. But we should be on looking to get some more armor as time goes on. I don't know why they put those little boxes there.
Keep it down. You want to bring the snakehead down here?
Not long until we're drinking cola in the free west, eh? Hey, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, see? What you gonna do now?
I like how he pointed his gun at me and then ran towards me.
You think I got issues? This, huh?
See, with the way the health works in this game, that's what you need to worry about. I'm trying to run this a little bit, and I shouldn't be. Because the worst thing to do with this game is try and run into enemies, because they'll just decimate you very quickly. I don't get why these guys matter.
The snakehead tricked us. We're prisoners. Please help us escape. The snakehead is up on the bridge.
I swear he taught me my gym moves. Leave no one alive on the bridge. So we're going to try and act a little bit more conservatively. I think. I could swear there's some armor or something. Ah, perfect. So obviously we've lost all our weapons for this entire mission as well, by the way, so rip. What did I have on me? I think I had like an AK, which would have been semi-useful, but I mean other than that we aren't really missing all that much. It's not too bad. Worst case scenario, we'll go to ammunition and spend a lot of the money that we've got.
Stay the fuck out my way.
Stay the fuck out of my way. Oh shit, I didn't realise there was people up here. Do now. Anyone else?
Enough. We settled this here. I used the
I'm a cheat.
Constitutional
Right, there we go.
bitch.
Let's go see what these guys are doing. No health pickup down there? No. I want to say you can jump off into the water there, but I'm not going to risk it. So instead we'll climb this maze of a ship, which is surprisingly well set out.
Thank you for everything.
And there we go. That is those guys liberated out, going out to wherever they're going out. We lost all our weapons, but on the plus side, we are now done with Wootsy's missions, and he's going to give us a call once he's got everything set up in his neck of the woods. So, we are going to go and eat, but while I'm on the way to go do that, I'm going to bid you adieu. Thank you all very much for watching. Next time, we are going to be taking a look at Crash's mission that he's got out here. Of course, we've had that little Crash icon. He told us to go down there, so we'll go see what Tenpenny wants in his multiple layered corruption. He is like an onion after all. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.
Uptown, downtown, speeding all around. The naked 47 got the power and it's bound to move any mother that gets in my way. Just another power machine on the freeway. Riding with me, there's my MC homeboy. Knowing the rules ain't part of his program. Finding the right way around this map might be pretty hard, cause he's fucked on crack. Gee, man,